Yay. Oh, StreamYard has lost access to Facebook account. All right. Click here. Okay.
I see where it says the stream is live and it's counting.
Oh, yay. Okay. It's saying, okay, beautiful. Your destination was reconnected. So we're live right now?
Yep,
Yes, we are.
16, 17
Yay.
seconds.
That's awesome. Well, everybody, I'm so glad you're on. It looks like nobody's on, but actually, there's probably someone on. They changed it so I couldn't go live in the group that I usually go in. Facebook changed their thing. So I'm live on my wall and also on LinkedIn. So, and LinkedIn doesn't usually show my counter. So if you click on comments, you can see if somebody has comments. That's on your right there.
Okay.
But everybody, this is my best buddy. And this is Erika Woolbright from, I say Las Vegas, but you're from actually North Las Vegas? Cleveland.
Oh, no, I mean,
Are you in Cleveland right now?
I'm from Cleveland, but I live in North Las Vegas.
And I'm actually in New York City right now.
Awesome.
I'm at the Marriott downtown. Beautiful weather today. Driving, I left my van in Yonkers and Ubered Ubered down here, and
You don't have to pay for the parking.
20 miles, and it was an hour and a half to get here. And I would have explained why I was driving, but the driver wasn't talking. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
For an hour and a half?
Right. He didn't have the radio on or nothing. I was almost sleeping because I rolled down the window in self-defense to wake up. But it was a nice warm day, and people were out bicycling and running and everything. But it's totally different world, of course, than the world I live in up in rural New Hampshire, where there's no people. No, I'm sorry. There's 4 of us up there, but I'm out of state, so there's 3. So Alex is there holding down the fort.
Nice.
He's doing DoorDash.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's
So
driving.
it didn't work out at Dunkin', or is he doing both?
Oh, did you think it was the long run? He's 18 and that was his first job ever. So I'm expecting him to go through some jobs till he gets what he can deal with. But I told him don't get too long of a string because he already, the 3rd job, wanted to know why the 2nd and 1st didn't work out. So I'm like,
Right.
you don't want to have some big explanation when you got 15 jobs on there. But why the Duncan didn't work is, of course, he has to listen to me all the time when we get bad service down there. I'm bad about that. So we go up to the window, and you're supposed to do 4 things at the window, the greeting. See, and I go over this with him for the last years. Right? Hi, my name is Alex. May I help you? Repeat the order. Tell them how much, and please drive up. Right? Right. And then when you get to the window person checks the order and takes the money. And everybody says thank you as much as possible. Right. So what happens down there in reality is you drive up to the speaker, and the kid on the headset goes, yeah. And I lose my mind. Right. And so when we don't get the right service, though, when I'm driving from the speaker to the window, I'm saying the rest of the stuff. And all these years, the kid's been in the car. So he actually was really good down there, but they didn't like it because he was giving the other people a hard time. So they should have put him in charge of something instead of giving him a hard time about it. But anyway, then he went and did dishwashing up at the seafood place for a little while. But he's actually, he's better customer service.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually a personable guy. He'd be good in a customer service. He's doing good tips on DoorDash when he sees the people.
Right.
He's very good with them. Isn't it funny? You did Uber and Lyft for a while, right?
I just did Lyft, not Uber.
Okay. They don't have. I don't. I was going to ask about Uber. A requirement when you deliver, like DoorDash doesn't care what your car looks like.
Oh, when I was driving Lyft, they didn't do anything else but drive people around. So I
Oh, okay.
don't know how the delivery services
Oh,
work.
okay. Because I would have thought that would have been an important thing, but because the car he's driving.
No, I don't think like DoorDash or Grubhub or any of those that you don't actually have to have passengers care about the car as long as
You
it
think they would
runs.
though, because when they drive up, I'm not sure I would eat food coming out of my kid's car.
You've never watched Home Alone and the pizza delivery guy? You're like, who cares? At Little Nero's.
Yeah, he had when I was away one time, he spray painted the car purple. We
No,
called it the purple people
no.
eater for the
I bet
calendar.
that looked very
Oh,
professional.
it looked interesting, but that isn't the best part. That is a few weeks ago, he rollered it um,
With house
matte,
paint?
matte black,
Uh,
matte black, so it looks like primer or something, except the hood's turquoise. And now evidently he didn't get the right kind of paint because it's washing off.
house
So now
paint.
it's
Is it the caliber?
yep, the Dodge
Yeah,
Caliber. Yeah, I'm
nice.
driving my mother's old van,
Yeah.
right? And matter of fact, the guy that works on mine, he says, "What the heck happened to you?" Because I put like what 3,000 miles a year on it for the last 10 years, and then the last 6 months I put on 50,000 miles or something. Yeah. Right. Oh no, are you kidding me? I told him I had a smoking hot boyfriend that lives there.
That lives far away.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, he loved it. He thought that was funny. Anyway, I'm getting a lot of business, believe it or not, running back and forth with that van down to Yonkers and back.
Well, sure.
I went on Vistaprint and got a QR code on a sticker, and it says Avon to buy or sell, and the color's the same as the van because they didn't have the QR codes weren't a thing when I had that wrap done.
Right.
So I don't know why it's not showing anybody. This is a little scary because usually we do. I wonder why. That is kind of weird. If I got any messages or
Did
anything,
you tell him
no.
I was on here?
Oh, he said, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the I don't know what the I don't know. It's not because you're here. Well, anyway, we're recording it, so I'm going to put it up anyway.
Okay.
So, but the I've gotten people stop me, of course, at rest stops and stuff like that, and want books. And I did have somebody take my picture. My favorite thing. Have you seen the new version of the wrap? The back window has a big giant set of lips, and
I don't think I've seen.
on the wiper blade is a lipstick.
Oh, cute.
So when you turn the wiper on, it looks like a lipstick like this. Now, I got that idea from on Facebook. I saw an ad for a cat, and the wiper had the tail on it. And I was
Cute.
thinking, oh, wait a minute, I could do that with lips for the lipstick.
I'm surprised you didn't say you could do it with cats.
Well, if I got paid to promote cats, I would do it. Right. But anyway, so the lipstick thing on the back is evidently a big draw. So
It would be. It would
yeah,
be.
it's
That's
cute.
cute.
So I don't obviously driving in the city is a challenge for me because I'm a hick, right? So
I think
but
it's a
this
challenge for anybody.
but this is trip number like 80 down here, right? So I'm getting off the Merritt Parkway in New York in Yonkers at the exit. Next to me, a car parks right next to me, and they're not close to the one in front. And I'm thinking, oh, here we go. He's like this, roll down your window. I'm thinking, oh, here we go. I must have cut him off at some point and he wants to say something about it or something, right? So I'm like, okay, roll down my window. I didn't roll it down,
Right,
like
right,
down
right.
my window. And the man leans over his wife and says, can you do the lipstick thing on the back window? The kids want to see it. So that was like, sure, I'm doing that. So I haven't
That's cute.
actually had people yell at me, and they usually just wanted to see the lipstick go. So
That's
that's
really cute.
yeah.
Mhm.
But and I've gotten orders that pop up on my just pop up on my list from people that have seen me in the van. Oh, and you probably didn't know about the radio show.
No,
One of my
I've been out of the loop for a little while.
right, yeah. Well, you've been busy. The
Yep.
the last 6 months when I was going down there, one of the times, and actually, I had picked them up. They were coming to my house for school vacation, so we all were in the van.
Mhm.
I see. How did I even see it? At first, a guy sent me a text and he said, I have a radio show and I was behind you on the Merritt Parkway and took a picture of your van and I talked about it on the radio. I was wondering if you could call in. And
Nice.
I didn't want to do it at that moment. I wanted to be prepared and not driving. So I said, you
Yeah.
know what, I'll call in. And I said, I'll call in a couple days. So that's what I did. I called in and they made a big deal about it on their website and everything. So I got a lot of publicity out of that. That was awesome.
Nice.
And they gave me like 20 minutes on air.
Nice.
So unfortunately, he got the biggest kick because he asked me what I was doing down there.
Oh,
And I kind of went into the whole thing. I don't know. Yeah, if I've told you that, I kind of went into the whole thing about, well, I had discovered the man buffet and I was sampling dishes on the man buffet. And then I ran across a favorite dish. And the guy was, yeah, he was laughing hysterically the whole time. And he wouldn't give that up. He kept bringing that up.
of
Yeah.
course.
Of course. So I was worried that it was too much, but I got a lot of publicity out of that. And Jeff said, no, it was really good radio. So
Nice.
that
Yeah.
was awesome.
It's funny. It's funny. It's cute.
Right. Hey, you know what I want to talk about is what I think my favorite of the trips we've been on. Well, I can't say the favorite. I liked Hawaii, but what was your
Well, you know
favorite?
what? I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of pictures of the trips we've been taking. And the one that we had where we had that, you weren't on the same flight as me, but we all had a terrible flight experience down to Mexico. And
Yeah.
it was an all-inclusive resort. And I keep seeing pictures of our breakfast buffets overlooking the
Oh, I
Fuji
love that.
Water and that blue
And
ocean.
every morning we got room service
Every
breakfast.
day.
That, oh, that
just
was
see
so
that
good.
That
Yeah,
was awesome.
that was
And even the room bar and the room mini fridge were free.
inclusive.
So
Yeah.
we empty the tequila, we empty the candy bars, they fill them back up. Tequila and candy bars and room service. Oh, and chips.
Chips, of course, of course. You know what I brought with me today is I got popcorn.
Oh, nice.
At my house, it's a food group, so.
We didn't even go anywhere on that trip. So we didn't see anything. We didn't go anywhere. We stayed in the room. We went to dinner a few times. We went to the pool.
But I'm
That's
good
it.
with
I
that.
was fine with it. I loved it.
Because I do so much at home as you do too, right? That
Yeah.
I just like to relax when I go out. The reps that like have every single minute planned and they're out doing tours on every single thing, that blows my mind because I don't think I could deal with that.
I don't do that on any of the trips. I like to schedule downtime. My favorite trip with your mom was when I was her roommate on the Royal Caribbean cruise to Alaska. I was a good roommate for your mom. I didn't annoy her.
Yeah, I'm sure the ones that you know because she had no filter.
You know why? Because when I got to the room, I unpacked my clothes. That's number one.
She hates that because I never unpack my clothes.
I know you live out of a suitcase, but the beauty of traveling with me is I don't care what you do. I do what I want. And
See that? Yeah, you are like the perfect roommate. Yeah. I know you know this one, but I'll tell everybody that one. My mother, one of the first times we went on the cruise together, whenever I see her doing stuff, I was always nervous because I thought if it's happening to her, it probably happened to me eventually. So whatever's going wrong with her, I'm going to look at and see what she's doing wrong, right? So on this one cruise, I'm looking and she's got an entire box of rubber gloves. And I'm thinking, What in the hell must she have to do that she needs rubber gloves?
And tons of them.
I'm thinking this can't be good. This can't be good. An entire box of rubber gloves. And you know what it was for?
I don't
You don't even
remember.
want to guess.
No, I know you've told me, but I've slept since then.
It was for like Ben Gay. The doctor told her to wear rubber gloves so she didn't get it in her eyes. That is not what I thought she was going to tell me.
You can rub your eyes with rubber gloves on.
I was just thinking, oh, I won't even tell you what I was thinking. It might have been, oh, I was relieved it was Ben Gay.
Let's talk about another trip.
We've
What
been
other
on so
trips have
many
I
though.
I
You know,
know,
like
that's the
Florida.
thing.
I know. How
That's the
about
thing.
the California one where you painted Alex's nails the first time?
Oh, I love that.
So
I
cute.
love doing that.
That was so.
Yes.
When was the? How old was Alex when you first saw him?
Well, he was newborn.
Oh,
I met you in California. He was maybe 3 months old or so.
because we went to the first trip that I went on with him. Well, we went to New Jersey. Actually, we stayed at Trump Marina. It was an Avon weekend in the division I won or something. And then it was a couple months after that, we were in Las Vegas for a leadership meeting. Did I
Yep.
see you on then?
I don't think so, but I think I met you in LA, and that was during the princess outfits phase.
Right.
Nail polish and the princess outfit phase worked, and that was nice. We've taken a lot of good trips to California, and we've taken a lot of good trips to Florida with Disneyland and Disney World. I love those
Yeah,
trips.
tons and tons. And you know, I didn't know until just a few years ago. My mother said she hadn't flown before she started traveling with Avon.
Well, I
Isn't
believe
that?
it. I
I didn't
believe
know
so.
that. Yeah, I thought for sure she probably had. I didn't think that much about it. So that was kind of impressive. I thought that was neat. And you know, somebody else was saying, "Oh, you know who Angie Rossi was telling me when he found out she passed, how accomplished she was and everything in Avon." And I said, you know, I often have felt bad about that because when her and I went together places in Avon, I overshadowed her, and I didn't mean to do that.
Right.
It just happened because I have a big group. You know what I mean? It wasn't, she is very accomplished. She was a top nationwide personal seller for, what did she get, 18 trips or something for that?
Right.
She
But
was
knowing your
very,
mom, I don't think she cared about
she
that.
probably didn't.
I don't
She
think she
probably
wanted to be
didn't.
in the spotlight.
No, she didn't like that. She didn't like want to be on stage or anything like that. But I did feel bad because she would have got more recognition, I think, had she not been. I was going to say saddled with me. That didn't sound good, did it?
Right. But did she want the recognition? I don't know.
Right. And I guess I would have been, if it was Alex, I still would have looked at it as my accomplishment because it's my kid. So maybe she
Right.
was just as happy with that. Could
There
be.
you go. Yes. As opposed to my mother, who I took to banquets, and she was already downstairs smoking and gambling before I got on stage. Once the food's done, she's done. Forget the presentations.
Well, I've
I
had my
stopped.
share of
I
that, but
stopped.
it wasn't with her
It was
usually.
disappointing.
Oh, you know, it was funny. Before I realized she had Alzheimer's, my mother, I couldn't understand, but I guess she wasn't consumed by being a direct seller like I am. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is like my thing. I
Right.
think she was kind of just doing it because I was doing it more than her thing. Because once she stopped, she never asked me about it again. Never asked me about all her customers, never asked me about her team member, never asked me about any of it. I was surprised by that because I would have thought she missed it. But then again, it could have been the disease, her
Right.
illness. That could have been it.
It's hard to
So
say. It's hard to
hard to
say.
say. But it was, yeah, I can't see that happening to me unless I really lose it because this is like an all-consuming thing for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that necklace you're wearing. I think that's
Thanks.
do you like, I hope you didn't buy it already. Um, I think that you'll like it, but I don't know. In the current catalog, it's the white It's like a jacket. I don't know what they're calling it. It's lace. It's long. Yeah, look in there.
Oh, yes, I know. I sold one.
Do you like it?
Yes, I love it.
Did you get it?
No, it looks like a
Oh,
good it looks like a good swimsuit cover up.
I'm going to send it to you because I don't like it.
Okay.
That's not nice, is it? No, you know what? I don't like it that long.
I
It
love
would make
long things
probably
because
a
I'm
good
taller.
swimsuit cover, but
I'm
I don't.
taller.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you're taller. Yeah, it makes me look stubby. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, stubby's
Perfect.
not a good look for me.
Perfect.
Yeah, especially tall, dark, and handsome is 6'2". Yeah.
Nice.
The last
How
thing I need
come
to look is shorter.
why am I and I when I was dating I was 5'10". Why do I always attract the 5'7" men? And all of the women who are 5'5" attract the 6'5" men. I don't get it.
No, it's because you weren't doing the entire buffet. See, that's what I found out during this process is that we weren't looking at a big enough assortment. See, that's the thing. You're hoping you
Ms.
run into
Wilbur,
some
you don't
people.
know what I was like when I was younger. So let's not discuss that. Don't make
I
assumptions
meant
you can't
now.
back up.
I meant now.
I don't want to do anything now. So I'm out of the game.
Oh, you know what made me think of calling you is because we did a fun panel interview thing like this in Hawaii that time. Wasn't it Jan Sanchez that
Yes,
had us on her district meeting? And during the Avon
yes,
trip,
that
we
was
went
fun.
over for that. Yeah, I was just seeing pictures of that not too long ago. I thought that was
That
a
was really
fun
fun.
trip. Is someone asked me? No. Oh, okay. No. I don't know why it's not showing anybody's watching because normally we have 15 to 20 watching and there's people talking in the comments. So
I
either
don't see any of the comments.
no, so if you're watching, we can't see what you're saying. So just to let you know, I'm going to post this up. It could be a lot of things. It could be I'm at a hotel. I'm on a different laptop because my other one died. It could be a lot of things. So I'm going to post the replay. This is supposed to be live on my wall. And
Right, so this is the first time you've done it this way, so that might have something to do it with
what
it too.
way? Well, no. And then Facebook changed their policy so it's not in the group. And
Right.
that's usually where I go first is the group. So I don't know. It's saying that it's we're live in those two places. So I honestly don't know what the deal is. So I think we'll find out once we get done. Everybody will be like, that's why I looked at my phone because I was thinking somebody was going to say, you're not saying anything when we're talking to you because that
Oh,
usually
yeah.
happens. That's
I
right.
would hate that. I would hate that, not
Yeah,
being able to answer people.
I know. It's kind of weird. But
Yeah.
so you know what I teased everybody is I wanted you to talk about for a minute, if you don't mind, the whole thing, how you brought your skill in a whole different area
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
into your
Absolutely.
direct sales business.
I did.
What made you
I did.
think of doing that? And tell us about that, if you would.
Well, because I think the skills that you have are not just pigeonholed into one uh, ability. I think that it a lot of your skills can go across different
No,
avenues.
but I
And
mean,
for
did you
me, I
think?
was a pastry chef,
But
so
did you go? How can I use that in my direct sales business, or it just
it just
happened?
comes naturally because it's part of who I am. Um, I have leadership skills that I've used all my life. I mean, um, I love my mom. I loved my mom, but like we didn't have like a structure at home, so I went into that role because I was the only girl out of 5 children. So I naturally fell into a leadership role. I was always responsible because of that, because someone needed to be. And then that translated into jobs. So whenever I did go to work, I was always just like really made sure that I was good at what I did because I'm going to throw myself into it. I'm going to make sure that I learn everything that I can. And my personality is basically just wanting to be helpful. So,
And you weren't just a pastry chef. You worked at a big.
well, not just a pastry chef. Pastry chef is a big deal, but I worked at,
Right.
I was a baker at Bally's. I was assistant executive pastry chef at Mandalay Bay. I was executive pastry chef at Lake Las Vegas Resort, where Celine Dion has her home, and I sat and watched it get built out there.
Wow. No, that's
So, yeah.
awesome.
But I never went to culinary school. I didn't, it wasn't necessary. And let me tell you something. When I learned how to make pastries and when I learned how to decorate cakes, see this gray hair? There was no internet. There was no internet. You know how I learned how to do all this stuff? I went to the library with my library card and I checked out books. And the recipes that I liked, I printed them on the printer at the library for 5 cents a copy. And then I went home and I did them.
Oh, that's neat.
No, there was no YouTube videos that were so cute. You could just say, do this. No, you had to figure it out. You had to figure things out. So I've just always been good, caring enough about things to figure them out.
And so you did President's Club pastry parties.
I did. And then, even with the company, I was Honor Society my first full cycle, and then Rose Circle. So like I throw myself into things. And then when I started having a leadership team, I thought, well, how can I incorporate pastries into it? Because pastries is a love of mine. So I thought, well, how about rewarding the top achievers with pastries? Oh, hold on. I keep this invitation on my board. And these pastries, actually, remember I talked about Lake Las Vegas being the pastry chef there? Those are pastries from Lake Las Vegas.
You did. Awesome.
In here
nice.
is the menu. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Nice.
Oh, that's fun. So it has cakes, pastries, and plated desserts, and a hot station, crepes with blueberry sauce. I love that.
Remember when we did that big, we did the big party at the Skyloft
That was amazing. Suite. That was amazing.
Yeah, the Skyloft Suite at the MGM Grand.
I love that.
Unbelievable. And you did the most awesome thing for me. Me and the kid were in a stretch limo with our Mickey bags. And the lady was sitting there and talking on the walkie-talkie. Do you have them? Where are they? And you took a picture of her doing that, and that meant everything to me. It was like, oh, I'm somebody. I felt like I'd made it to the big time there, keeping track of me and my Mickey bag.
Oh, that was so awesome. That was amazing. That I'm glad I did that too. I'm glad, but I just thought, wow, this is so cool. And then we had a private elevator to get up there, and for the pastry party, they had to, I think we had a secret word.
and remember that bathroom? It was like a car wash, except
the shower was like a car wash. Yeah,
you could see in the shower when you went up the stairs. Remember?
I was not interested in that at all.
But I love that bathroom, though. That was nice.
It was. I love the bathtub.
Isn't too shabby. Oh yeah, you took a bath. I didn't take a bath. The bathroom here isn't too shabby, but back. I think I already lived in my house when we were at that hotel. But when I lived in the smaller house and in the trailer, going to hotels was like the ultimate because I had a little dinky, stupid bathroom. But now, of course, my regular house, I could put my car in the bathroom because I told them that's what I wanted. So now when I go to a hotel, it's like,
So your kitchen is like a closet and your bathroom is like a hotel room.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Priorities.
My kitchen has no room. Ask Molly. She's like, how do you even live with it? She always brings card tables when she wants to cook in my kitchen because I've got like one little counter space
that the cat is on.
Right. That the cat's on. Right. That annoys everybody. Right. But
I don't like it either, but my cat told me he doesn't care.
Right. Well, yeah, and the one that gets on the counter at my house is the biter.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Maisie the
Yeah.
biter, so
Trust me,
right.
I know. I've got scars. Plus, my son says I have paper bag arms. The older I get, the thinner my skin gets. So
Oh,
I can bump
geez.
into a light switch and I get a bruise. He says paper bag arms.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad Alex doesn't say stuff like that because that would be matter of fact, I'm pretty bad about that. I had a lady at the store ask me if I wanted the senior discount, and I called her a bitch.
Oh, that stuff doesn't bother me at all.
I'm like, "Save your nickel, bitch." I'm not old enough for that, which I am old enough for that, but I don't want your nickel discount. Yeah, I suppose that yeah, I gotta, yeah, calm that down a little bit, I suppose.
That reminds me of the comic. Have you ever heard of Nate Bargatze, the
No.
comic? Look him up on YouTube. He's got this one bit where he says his wife just loves coupons and he says he hates them with a passion. He
Oh, I
says,
hate
I
coupons.
want to go to the register and say, I have some of the money and here's this coupon. One day I hope to have all the money to buy these products. And if
That's
he
how I
asks him
feel
to use a
about
coupon, he'll try to pay
yeah,
more because he just hates it.
that's
You'll
how
love
I
him.
feel about
You
it, yeah, I
will love
don't
him.
like that. Yeah, that's Nate,
I'll text him your name.
please do.
Yeah, I'll text you his name. I
So
don't have a relationship.
so hopefully if we get something out of our discussion tonight, it would be you got to bring your all your skills that you have in your regular life to your business, whether it's
Yeah.
direct sales or not, because we have people in real estate and insurance and stuff. Because Jeff, who usually co-hosts with me, he's busy tonight. He's an insurance guy. He's not a direct seller. So it's kind of the same business being a business owner, and you bring all that stuff with you, and it's how you utilize it. I think that
I
that
think that's 100%. And it doesn't have to be pastries. Everyone has a ton of skills that they can bring everywhere. That's important.
and don't you think it's what makes people stay and be excited to be on your team and stuff when you have something that's uniquely you guys and you're all doing stuff together and it's something to look forward to every
Yeah.
year. It's something, you know what I mean? It's tradition.
100%.
I can't
But I
sing.
also think it makes people bond with you more because they're seeing the real you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Of course, sometimes that's not a good thing with me.
Well, let's not go down that avenue. Let's not go down that cul-de-sac.
Oh, speaking of which, when I was waiting for my Uber in Yonkers, that street that I parked on and left my van is a dead end street, but you don't have to pay to park there. But it's dead end, and I have trouble turning around to come back because I'm not a good parker or turnarounder. Anyway, I'm watching this tractor trailer flatbed thing with one little thing tied down on it, a big giant thing, but then it had at the end of it a forklift. It was a big giant thing. He goes down through, and I'm thinking, does he know? And sure enough, 2 minutes later, he's backing back. He had to back down that whole street.
By
That
the
could
time you get a commercial driver's license, you're good at that.
oh, because right. I actually have paralleled park now about 10 times and did pretty decent this morning. I was up on the curb a little bit, but not.
Oh, nice. But I have one comment for you. It doesn't surprise me that you don't have a reverse, and so you're not good at going in reverse because you don't have reverse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, that's not my
It's not
speciality.
your thing. No.
Not my thing. No, no, no. Well, we'll have to plan another trip pretty soon because I should come out there.
You should. You
We should do
absolutely
something
should.
out there. You
There's a
know,
lot of new hotels.
Tall, Dark, and Handsome has never been to Vegas.
Well,
Wouldn't
that's
that
what you
be
should
fun?
do. Yes, it will.
Well, thank you. That half hour went by quick, didn't
Very fast.
it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go downstairs and get a hamburger, I think, and then go to sleep.
Sounds good.
But thank
Thanks
you
for
so much.
inviting me. I really
Yes, thank
appreciate it.
you for filling in. I'm sure Mr. Jeff, you haven't met him yet, but he's
Not yet.
awesome. Yeah, he's pretty fun. And if it weren't for the Go Giver Success Alliance, I wouldn't have met him either. He ran the state of Texas for Aflac for 20 years. And he just happened to be on a call I was at when I first joined the Go Giver. And I don't know, do you know that part?
No, I didn't know you met him there, but I remember that group very well.
Yeah, the first call I was on for the Go Giver Success Alliance, I happened to have blue hair the first time in my life, and I was feeling intimidated. You know how I get, and there's doctors and lawyers and everything in that group, and then I'm sitting there with blue hair to boot. I'm thinking, there's no way anyone's taking me serious here. I'm an Avon lady with blue hair. And, you know what I mean? And if you don't know the rest of the
Everyone
story,
thinks every Avon lady is a blue-haired Avon lady.
oh my goodness. So I decided I was going to tell a joke about the hair is what I did. And what I said was, if you want less judgment in your life, go ahead and dye your hair blue because this is working for me. You know what I mean? I go down to the grocery store, I see some lady in a tight skirt, and I'm thinking, man, that lady's got a tight skirt, said the lady with the blue hair. And in the comment section of that Zoom call, Jeff wrote, that would make a great title for a book.
That's awesome.
And then we did it. That is unbelievable that a whole book and all of this stuff that came after it was from a comment on a Zoom call. So being in networking groups and really working it, because we always, in that group particularly, we always are looking for collaborations.
Right.
So he was open for a collaboration, and so was I, because that's why I was there. So
But
just
and it's serendipity. If you weren't going to be open enough to be yourself, if you would have just been self-conscious and just like plugged through, that would have never happened.
well,
So,
I was trying to make myself less.
no, but that's good. You were yourself. That's exactly it.
Well, thank you so much. I'm going to put this up. I'm sorry no one was on here, but I bet you people were on here. We just somehow didn't see them because of, I don't know, Facebook, StreamYard, or whatever. But it is going on my YouTube channel, and I really appreciate it. Would you like me to send you a send out card goodie?
Sure.
What would you like? They have sea
Oh.
salt caramels, or
Sea salt caramels. I like
are you
those.
sure? Because they got new stuff. They got the bakery sampler, and they've got new pink.
You know, I'm picky. I'm picky.
Coffee
Like
cake.
okay, coffee cake.
What?
I do like coffee cake.
Well, you want to? That's Ty's favorite, is the coffee cake. It's
And
that,
does it have nuts?
no nuts. I'm pretty
As
sure
long as it's not chocolate.
it's not chocolate.
Okay.
No, it's regular coffee cake, but I don't
Like
think
cinnamon coffee cake with streusel, something like that. Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds good.
Okay. I'll send that. If you don't end up liking it, I'll send you caramels. But stay right there. I'll stay right there, and we'll be back in the green room in a minute. Thank you, everybody. Even though we didn't see you, we'll be back next week, and I think Mr. Jeff will be back. So we'll see you then.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.